Hello, Luckless here. You're probably wondering what that noise is. Well, since the Twitch update on May 13th, 2020, channels have trailers now. I should say YouTube has had this feature for a while, like years, but Twitch is where it's at. You know, if you're not watching Twitch, if you're watching stream content on YouTube Gaming or something, you don't even know. But anyway, this video is just going to tell you a little bit about myself, and I'm going to answer the who, what, where, when, how, and why questions. Starting with who, because that's the most important if you're here for the first time, or if you're an owl. My name is Luckless, which means without luck. A lot of people think it means unlucky, but by definition, being luckless means having no good or bad luck, so it's just skill or fate, alright? So, I chose this name just because I like the word. Well, I guess I can give you more context if I go into what and where I played games. So, I didn't always call myself Luckless. I used to go by the name Banana Phone. Can you imagine if I still had that name? That would be... I kind of cringe thinking about it. Anyway, it started on Xbox Live. One day me and my friends decided we would all change our gamer tags to A something something. So when we beat someone in a game, it'd be like, you got beat by a midget hippie or a jolly ginger or something. I changed my name to a Luckless Coin. It's a bit of a strange choice, but I went with it. Later down the line, shortened it to Luckless. Back then, I was playing a bunch of shooter games like Call of Duty. It was around this time I started doing YouTube too. I got myself a capture card and made some montages of some 360 nose scopes and stuff. It was pretty great. Then, as time went on and 360 kills became less impressive, I adapted and added in some kill feeds along with my kill cams, and eventually brought myself to a point where I could get a quad feed on screen. This was a series I called No Luck Just Skill, which is a nice summation of my name. Kind of, that's the point of me telling you this right now. Throughout this, I played a lot of Gears of War and other 360 games, like FIFA, and so on. So I made some Gears montages too, and for FIFA and Call of Duty I did commentary videos. I did videos on other games too, often very random one-off kind of videos, like I did a random video that had like Halo Wars gameplay in the background or whatever. Then Xbox 360 died. Microsoft released the Xbox One, and it was way too expensive. Xbox Live showed 360 users like me their friends that were playing Xbox One, and it felt terrible for those that couldn't afford the console. It killed a lot of motivation for me, and all the multiplayer games I played had less and less people playing them. I basically stopped making YouTube videos. I switched over to PC games. I could never get used to mouse and keyboard for shooter games, although I did try. Instead, I ended up playing stuff like Hearthstone, we'll get back to that in a moment, and I emulated some console games. I still loved the console games, obviously, so I was trying to find a way to do console games on PC. It was naturally easier to emulate the older console games, so this is where Twitch came in. My first stream I started doing attempts at learning the Pokemon Red Blue speedrun. Red was one of my first ever games as a kid for the Game Boy. So I started from the bottom, quite literally. I never really got good at speedrunning Pokemon, but the community definitely welcomed me with open arms, and I contributed a lot back then to that as well. I went in new streamers' streams, trying to help new runners. I made some resources, I worked on the wiki and stuff, and at some point I joined the PSR staff, which let me manage the forums, and I was part of the media team for the annual Pokemon Speedruns Marathon they do. Eventually I got bored of Pokemon Red, and by this point I was really good at Hearthstone, so I streamed that, and I got to Legend rank as a free-to-play player, not buying any packs with money or adventures or anything. Then the Nintendo Switch was released, which was really exciting for me because I saw it as an opportunity to get back into proper console gaming again. And I thought, since I like console shooter games, naturally I'd like Splatoon 2. Which I did. I got the bundle for Switch that came with Splatoon 2. It's a little different though. I didn't really go too hard into that. The motion aiming and wacky quirks of that game were a lot of fun, but it's a very casual game. Not something I would be competitive at, or at a level where I could stream it regularly. Fast forward a bit, and along came Super Mario Odyssey. I pre-ordered Odyssey and I streamed my casual playthrough on day one. It really resonated with me a lot more than previous Switch games. I completed it 100% and still wanted to play it more, so naturally I decided to speedrun it. I already knew the speedrunning community is great, so just wanted to get back into that really. By this time I was streaming once or twice a week, still hadn't really gotten into much of a stream schedule. Throughout my time speedrunning Odyssey, I went up to streaming 3 times a week, and much more consistently. literally the same time each stream, and with this I achieved Twitch affiliate status, and that brings us to today. Well, almost. I did switch things up a bit with Super Mario Maker 2 release. It came out after about 2 years of running Odyssey. I needed a break, and it was like the perfect time. So I went into Mario Maker 2 as well, and found the multiplayer versus mode is really fun, and I really enjoy watching it as well. So now we're up to date, and as of recording this, I stream Super Mario Odyssey speedruns and Mario Maker 2 versus on Twitch. So that's the what and the where. I touched on when it happens too, 3 days a week, aka Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This schedule might change in the future. This video is not timeless, so it's probably going to change. I have a schedule panel, or I used to have a schedule panel. I now have a schedule tab, because with the new layout, there's like these, the tabs have changed, and you can go look at that. It might be different by the time you look at this. So yeah, take a look. And as for how, I have all the answers in the FAQ that I made a while ago. It's in one of my panels, and I update it regularly, so that should be the answer. But as of recording this, I use OBS Studio to stream my Apetech capture card that links to my Switch, and the mic I use is called a Zephyro. The remaining why question, I think going over the bit of a history that I've had with games and stuff, I think that's pretty much answered the question, right? Maybe it could be, why don't you come over to my streams at twitch.tv/Luckless. I love being interactive with chat. I bet you like Mario games more than you think. You could even get yourself some nice emotes to use all over Twitch if you want. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon.